Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. I know it's been a couple of days since I last uploaded, and there is a good reason for it. Um, First off, let me show you what I've done between episodes. I realized that if I don't weld this up on my own, this is going to take ages. So I took the welder and I welded up the whole first floor. This entire area is completely welded until we have to do more. And then both of the passageways down are also fully welded up, just like so. Uh, Come on. There we go. See, both patches are welded up, and I started welding up the lower area. However, this is a big process again, and I have already mined over, I'd say, 225,000 iron ore. I don't know how much that actually ended up being in terms of uh, iron bars, because I put on two of these yield modules. So I get, how much is it? 140% extra, like total ore into bars. So it's given me a lot more. So that really helped out. And currently I have it doing a bunch of silicon and cobalt because I did a bunch of mining. I also have a little bit of gold, found some magnesium around for weapons eventually. And then I had to do some nickel earlier, but I have enough for now. And then I also had to do a whole bunch of iron. Where is it? Yeah, I have 100,000 iron in stock, and we're going to use that today to make a miner. So this is um, the old like rail miner that I had up here. What I did was I just stripped everything off of it except for the batteries and the platform and the cockpit. And the reason I did that is because, well, the batteries, like, you don't get the battery components back from them. The power cells, like, you don't get those back. So you have to build them every time. And so it'd be nice if I could save a couple materials by essentially reusing it. I don't know if this will be the best layout for it. We're going to try, especially since I can put the drills on the front of the cockpit and put the conveyors into that port, and then have it come out the back without having to worry about running conveyors over the batteries. So that is super helpful. But we are going to need, and this is going to be a flyer, so we're going to need an absolute ton of Atmo thrusters. I don't know if I want to do big ones or just small ones. I think at one point in time, you could have 9 of the small ones in the same area as a big one, and it would be better. I don't know if that is still the case. Either way, I think I'll use some big thrusters. But what we need to do is get the production for it going. So let's go to small blocks and thrusters. Let's make enough for 2 large atmospheric thrusters. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small thrusters for now. I think that'll give us a good start. Most of this will just take iron, nickel, and a little bit of cobalt, which is fine. I have all of those materials. So let's get some iron plates and start designing this thing while those are crafted. So first, let's get rid of this extra layer of steel plates out of here. Eventually, I'll be getting rid of this entire line of steel plates, because like this entire platform, because I don't want any on there if I can help it, because that's just extra weight. I would prefer everything is connected via like just by being attached to each other, like the cargo containers and stuff. So that way I don't have to worry about the extra weight, because since this is a flyer, any weight I can cut is going to be incredibly useful. So let's see. Let's get rid of this one too. Because it's sitting on these steel frames, the blocks from the when it was originally the miner, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get things below because I won't have any of that, which I think we can find a workaround. I hope so. Is that going to fall? No, it's technically a station. So we're going to start it like that. I think that'll provide a good enough building platform for what we need. And then we need the conveyor, small conveyor. So we're going to need probably 3 drills on this thing. So let's see, how do I want to do this? We'll just have a small conveyor. I need interior plates for this as well. Right, that's what I need for this, yeah. So we're going to put a small conveyor junction there. We're going to need drills as well. Let's put that there, okay. So let's put this here. Uh-oh, it's just really top heavy because it doesn't have a landing gear. That's why it would fall. So let's put that here. Can I put this there? Let's weld this up. Let's weld it up. And then let's get rid of this block, and that should lock. Right, yes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to very briefly turn that off and hopefully push it over slightly. I guess the problem is it's not in the middle. That's fine. We'll just make it want to fall this way. Alright, and then we'll just put another drill here. Or and another one. It should make it fall over, hopefully. Really? We're gonna unlock you and lock you there. Okay. And then back to the control panel. Lock. There. Now it's pretty horizontal. Uh-oh. Can't mind that. There. And I'm getting rid of these for now. I can always put those back. Alright. So we have the drill and we have the conveyor. So what we need to do, that's cargo containers. There we go. Small conveyor tube. And let's get the curve there. And then 5 for the drill. There, that looks pretty well spaced out, I think. And then over here, we need the straights. And like that. And that. All right, there we go. That'll be the front of our miner. Now we just need a ton, and I do mean it by a ton, of thrusters in there. Can we fit? I can fit a little one in there. These are I want them horizontal. Like that. That's what I want. And these things, I'm pretty sure, have a port on the back. Pretty sure. If not, then that screws my whole problem. Alright, they do. Good. And then, so let's put some Atmo. Huh? Oh, wrong button. Let's put some Atmo thrusters here pointing up. Just put 2 of them like that. Cool. Let's get underneath these conveyors and let's put 1 going each direction here. We're going to need more, but I don't want to build 2 up and down because these drills will only mine so much. Alright, so now at this point, the entire, this should all be connected. So if I were to get rid of that steel plate, the only thing that would happen is we lose connection to the landing gear. Let's see, can I put a temporary landing gear on this drill? No. Alright. That's going to be a little bit of an issue, but what we can do is we can start getting rid of this. Like so. Since the plan will be to get rid of it all eventually. So I guess not then. Thought this would have connected to the conveyor, but I guess not. Which means a change of plans. Also, that's not, they weren't even. Anyways. So we can do instead is we can put them on the batteries. The batteries will connect to them for sure. I know that. So let's put that here, like that, and then we can put another one there. Yeah, I like that idea. No, keep pointing that way. There we go. Then we get 2, so that's even better than it was before. Oh boy, we're slowly running out of power, but that's okay. So I got this, I moved it over here before I fully constructed it so that I could get some, get around it and place blocks where I couldn't beforehand. And great news, these 4 tiny Atmo thrusters right here are enough to hold the weight of the ship. Meaning that these 4 large Atmo thrusters are going to be used solely to hold the weight of the cargo, which is going to be fantastic. So what I have going on here is, you know how there was those 2 ports coming out of the cockpit? Well, each one has a conveyor running down to the back here, which then merged to connect to this one large cargo container. And in the middle there are a bunch of gyros, like right on this one right here. On this level, there's a bunch of gyros. You can actually see them there, as well as a few gyros underneath, as well as the beacon and the ore detector in there as well. Now, in the front here, we have 2 thrusters for each side. We have 1 reverse thruster, and we have 2 pointing forwards. And then on the top here, we have 6 total thrusters going reverse. Because I find that while I'm mining, I end up leaning forward and I need a ton of reverse thrust. I don't quite know where I'm going to put forward thrusters. I'll probably put some on like this, on these cargo containers here, since the cargo port's actually going to be on the bottom here, so I don't have to worry about anything going on the back here. So that's where I've gotten with this thing so far. I currently have this thing charging. I wonder if it's fully charged yet. Battery. And this one. Looks like they were fully charged. Now they're slowly depleting, which is fine. It doesn't need to be completely fully charged yet. We're not taking it out just yet. But I guess I kind of forgot to explain why I wanted to do this, and I'll talk about that while I'm welding this stuff up. But the biggest reason was all that, 225,000 iron ore that I used to smelt and refine and to get all of that. I mine that all by hand. So, and I'm just really tired of doing that. So we're building a miner. And eventually the idea is that this won't be able to hold that much. It's only 2 large cargo containers. But the idea is going to be to make it so that this thing can go with a like rover truck kind of thing, which will hold most of the ore itself. So it won't actually have to worry about doing anything more than just mining the ore and getting it to the truck, and the truck will worry about all of the uh, like transportation. All right, let's get all of that refined up. That's going to take a second. I guess I really don't need the steel plates that come with it. Because I have a ton of steel plates being ready essentially to start welding that bottom floor up. So I really just need the motors and everything else that came with it. But let's see. So forward thrust. Do we want to use small or big? I can't use big because then it'll stick out even more. I'm trying to stay within the same profile. See how this is in line. It doesn't stick out any further. That's kind of the idea. So actually, you know what? I can put a thruster here and here as well. And then I can put some, let's put like that. And then right here. And oh, so I had to look it up, but so small Atmo thrusters require 2 spaces behind it in order to like not damage the block. So I put 3 just in case, 3 empty blocks, and then that way this should not take any damage whatsoever. And eventually, what I want to do, while I was waiting to weld all this stuff up, I want to put that solar panel going across this right here. That way it's all in line. Don't have to worry about it. That way this thing, if it's sitting out here, will actually also charge all of my machines. I'm going to have a solar panel or 2 on top so that they can charge on their own in case I can't get them to to the base, because I think that will help with power issues actually. All right, now I also need some small Atmo. Okay, so I was a little worried about what might happen if, since there's so many thrusters on this, how much can 2 batteries really do? So I put on another 2 batteries here at the back. I think that'll, it'll double our lifetime essentially. Plus now we have the solar panel up here instead of off to the side because it was supposed to be here in the first place. But I realized there's one thing I forgot to do, and that's probably one of the most important things for a dumb like little miner like this. And that is the fact that we need to get rid of the stone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. Hopefully that miner is held there. So what we need is a 3-way junction. So insert, delete, over. And then we need a small conveyor sorter. And the arrow needs to be pointing out. Sadly, it's going to increase our profile 1. Then we need an ejector. There we go. It'll increase the profile by 1, which isn't too big of an issue. What was that? Alright. So now I should be able to get rid of this. Yep, that is fine. Okay, we're going to do one on the other side as well. And if I'm being honest, I might put one on the back as well, because these little ones are pretty slow at doing what they do. Sounds like a thunderstorm is coming. There we go. Yep, here comes the rain. I can hear it. Alright, then we need to do that again. There we go. 2 for grinder. Alright, and then we need 8 for this. We need a small conveyor 3-way. Then we need a conveyor sorter, which is the wrong way. And then an ejector, and that should be good. Alright, just need to get those materials. Can I control? I have, there we go. Alrighty, let's get these in. Alright, now we'll just set these up. So if I come in here, where'd that stone go? Where did the stone go? Stone. Maybe it got refined by accident. Yeah, let's just pick up just a itty bitty little bit more then. So come over here, I put perfect. It drains the stone. Ow. I just lost half my health from running into a wheel. How does that happen? Now, if I put the stone in here, for whatever reason, is that going to drain it? It will. Is there a way to make it so it only gets... the stuff from its own ship? If not, it's not that big of a deal. It's not like I really need stone for anything. Which is fine. So what I'm just going to do, since I have some, is just... There, it's gone. And it should be this... There we go. Which means that this thing is ready to go. I just need to set up the action groups for it, but I want to do that once I take it off. So what I'm going to do temporarily, I think, is put a leg on here. I know I said I didn't want to earlier, but I think I'm going to change my mind and put one on here anyways. Because I want it in case I need to land it on the ground somewhere. Couldn't get construction components through the little port. There we go. Now this thing is ready to go. The leg is at the same level as the connector. These batteries are also, for the most part, fully charged. Right. Let's just set that to recharge quickly. Fully charged in 13 minutes. Put these back to auto. And there we go. So we've got just floating. We have 55 minutes of power, which ain't too bad at all. Alright, we're a little... Alright, I want to just set this down on the ground so I can set up all the action groups. There. Alright. Okay. Large Atmo thrusters. Let's put 2 thrusters. Save. Show block. And then all of these plus that. Let's save that. Show the block. And then anything else we need? Oh yeah, let's make these into, let's get the stone. No, we don't want these. We want the ejectors. Stone ejectors. That way we can turn it off and on whenever we want. Alright, G. Alright, so let's put groups. Thrusters, toggle block on, off. Alright, those are now on, off. All blocks, now you want the connector. Switch lock. We want the landing gear. Switch lock. And then the last one we wanted was the stone ejectors, and we're going to toggle that on, off. So that way, if we don't want, for some reason you want the stone, we can turn that off. That's just extra in case. Is there anything else that we need to do? I don't think so. Let's turn the ore detector. Toggle block on, off, and then the beacon, wherever that's at. Same deal. Because believe it or not, I don't need to know that there's ice here, and I don't need to know where this thing is. Alright, let's turn the thrusters back on. This thing really shoots up into the air quick. I like that. Alright. More thunder. And ready to lock. There we go. We'll turn those thrusters off. And there we go. Now that is a fully functioning miner, which I will be using between episodes to get more iron so that I can continue welding this up. And my goal for between episodes will be to get that all loaded up so that we can start with the next part of the base. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time.